the octave of Easter, Divine Mercy Sunday. We gather and we hear with the disciples who are gathered in the upper room, really, I think, huddled in the upper room. They're terrified, they're confused, they're overwhelmed. They cannot make sense of what just happened. And who's going to be next? How could something like this happen? Jesus was our Messiah, our King. We trusted, we followed, and look what happened. And yet Jesus comes among them through the locked doors. And the first thing he says is, "Peace be with you." What does that mean, peace be with you? Does that mean that everything's going to be perfect? That there isn't going to be any struggles? That there isn't going to be any hardships? Life's just going to go on the way we always want it to go on? I don't think so. But that peace is reminding the disciples, I'm still here. I'm still here with you. I've been telling you about this for a very long time. Trust. Allow what you know of me to rise in you, and all will be okay. And I think those are the words for us. Peace be with you. A reminder, a challenge for us. How are we, especially in this Easter season, these 50 days following Easter, when we are really invited to unpack those mysteries of the Triduum, unpack the mystery of the risen Christ? What does it mean to have Jesus, the Christ, Easter in us? What is Easter? Easter is the resurrection. Easter is Resurrection Sunday. How do we allow that risen Christ to rise in us, to remind us continually that we're not alone on this journey? But what is the journey we're called to? We're called first to experience as deeply and as fully as we can the love and the mercy of God. Because when we can experience that, then we can't help but share that. And that's what the disciples did for those years that they traveled with Jesus. They allowed Jesus' words and actions to fill their hearts, their minds, their love. And that's what we too are called to do. Allow Jesus the Christ to Easter in us, to experience his love and mercy, and to remember that his peace is always with us. And that peace comes from a place in us where we know deep in our hearts that we are not alone. Whatever it is that God is calling us to that love, to that mercy, to that forgiveness with one another, with other human beings who accompany us on this journey, then we will understand that peace, my peace be with you. Trust and allow me to Easter in you. And then you can continue my mission here on earth. You can be my presence for one another, my love, my mercy, and my forgiveness. We too, like the disciples, every now and again huddle in an upper room, terrified, confused, overwhelmed, not sure. But we too hear those words of Jesus every time we gather for Eucharist. My peace be with you. And share that peace as we share that peace at the rite in church. We share peace with one another. We begin there and we take that peace out into our world. And together, we change the world. How are you going to let Jesus the Christ, Easter in you, especially these 50 days, but even beyond? My peace be with you. Amen.